everyone, welcome here, 24K Lorcana. It's me, 24K Hector, but we got Nick here at DXN at a very special locals called the Hidden Cove, which is actually pretty cool because it's like one of like invite-only locals with top players, very good players. It was great to be here, just played great games. But you got first today, and you were pretty much out of like the 12 people, 14 people today, you were the one on the non-meta deck. And it's gonna be interesting what we got here. We got Ruby Amethyst, and it's not your typical crazy. I mean, Ruby Amethyst is already not typical, right? But like the fact that you got some crazy spice in here, I can't wait to share with everybody. But yeah, congrats today, man. And let us know what you got cooking.
Cool.
Talk about that, yeah.
So for the one drops, we got Diablos and we got Magic Brooms. Diablo is a no-brainer. He just draws things. Magic Broom, same thing. I went with Magic Broom over Chernobog's Followers because Chernobog's Followers, you need to quest to get the draw, whereas Magic Broom, you can just do it immediately if you have the ink or something to play. The reason that's important is there's just so much Storm right now that you kind of assume your one drop is not sticking. So I assume Chernobog is not going to stick long enough to quest. So I'd rather go with the Broom.
Okay. Alrighty.
Queen of Hearts is a great card. It's a 1/4, so it survives Storm. It survives all the 3/3s that are in the meta right now. Calhoun, Smee, Bell. It lives through it.
And then what is the effect for that one?
When it's damaged, it gets +3 attack.
Okay. Did that come up for you at all?
Not today, because today was just a sea of red, blue.
It was just blue everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you take that, right? As a purple red guy, you take those, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no, it did come up in the purple seal match in the first round because Queen can swing into something, right, with Crab. So then it becomes a 4/4 for that turn.
Oh, right.
It survives, so then it becomes like a 4/1.
And then it's still, wow. Okay, nice.
Yeah. I've got 3 snakes in here just because you need bounce. You need to be able to bounce Go. You need to be able to bounce Tremaines, Crabs. You just bounces.
And before I forget, you said you needed the bounce, but you have 3 snakes and you got no foxes, okay? Tell us on the theory, what went behind that?
Again, the meta is just littered with Calhouns, Smees, Bells. Everything is 3/3. So if I'm playing Fox, I'm losing tempo because I need to bounce something. And then when I swing Fox into anything, it dies. So I'm trading my 3-drop for a 1-drop or a 2-drop. And that just doesn't feel good. So there's almost nothing I want to run Fox into this set.
Okay, that's fair.
We've got 3 Cuscos here just because Cusco combos well with Crab. And I do like the cycle. You'll see later that I don't have rabbits. I don't have rabbits here for the same reason I don't have Fox. There's just too many 3/3s right now.
No foxes, no rabbits. Sheesh. Okay.
Rabbit just dies, right? He'll draw you a card, but he dies. So I'd rather have something that's cheaper and inkable that still draws me a card, but I'll be able to trade into something with Crab.
Alrighty. Nice.
Sisu is just a good card. That's it. That's all it is. Just a good card. Crab, I already went over. It just combos into everything from 1 to 2 drops. Genie, I like Genie because it's got 4 health. So unlike Rabbit, it'll survive a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you went with the 4 health definitely in this deck for sure. And then whatever doesn't have 4 health, you just draw. So it's pretty good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice, that's nice.
Then we got Goats just because Goats close games. They're great. I won a game earlier today from a top deck.
Top deck Goat, so yeah, there you go.
It'd be like that. Elsa, again, is just a good card because she's got a lot of health and she'll help tap things down. I've only got 3 brawls in here to deal with Hirams.
How was that?
It's all right. I do see myself wanting Brawl when I'm playing against blue, but anything else I don't want Brawl. So I'm fine with only having 3. And if I don't get the Brawl off, I have Elsa later on to tap something down.
And weirdly enough, you already have a good blue-red matchup, right? So it's like not too needed sometimes. Yeah, that's fair.
We've got Maui just because he trades well and locations, so he's there. Tremaine. I went with Tremaine instead of
Medusa.
Medusa, just because I like that she quests for 2. That's it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And my blue-red is great, right? When they drop those 8-drop Tamatoas?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have coils, so that takes care of it. Yep.
Exactly. And then I went
Tell us about this, man. What's going on with this?
So I like Hydra because there's a lot of steel in the meta right now. And against steel, I feel like Hydra is typically a 2-for-1 because even if they Zeus it, that's 1 card down. Hydra will reflect the damage to something else, so we'll get 2 cards for 1, which is pretty nice. It quests for 2 if they don't deal with it. And if they can't deal with them, they tend not to want to turn sideways because Hydra works on your turn as well. I can swing into something and then do the splash damage on my turn. So he's just really good at clearing stuff. He is slower than Medusa, but again, I like that he quests for 2. And he trades very nicely into the 6-drop Tamatoa. I can swing into the 6-drop Tamatoa, he lives, and then I'll use the splash damage to take out Scrooge. So it's pretty nice.
Good interaction, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a good matchup with blue-red, so it's good that this also stabilizes your steel matchups too, right? Like they fear that card, so that's fair. Yeah, nice. Nice spice.
I got 4 friends here because I don't have friends in real life, so I need to pretend to have them. No, it's just, you gotta draw cards.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
fair.
good.
So good, yeah.
Brawlers here.
Said, yeah.
Yep.
Then 4 libraries here, right?
4 libraries because again, you need draw. It combos well with all the cantrips that we have, the Diablos, the Magic Brooms, the Cuscos. Helps you draw more. It's also good into red-blue right now because not a lot of them are running Vitalisphere anymore, so they don't have good ways to deal with the library. It's good after B-Prep.
Speaking of B-Prep, 2, right? Take us on that.
We only have 2 B-Preps because I feel like my early game control is so strong that typically by the time I get to turn 7, I don't need a B-Prep. I'm winning in board state. And again, there's just a lot of steel, and steel will just shut down B-Prep, right? Pete, and now we have Gantu. And so I only went with 2 B-Preps because I want it sometimes, but not all the time. I don't like to rely on it, especially in this meta, so that's why I only have 2.
That's fair, man. And you don't have the big Sisu shield lines, but you rely on only 2 B-Preps. But you do have another defensive character in Elsa, right?
Yes.
Take us on that.
So I went with 2 Elsas because, and you mentioned I don't have the Shift Sisu, which is another 8-drop uninkable, quest for 3. But the reason I went with this instead of the Sisu is, again, there's just a ton of 3/3s right now. Sisu doesn't hit a lot of things, whereas Elsa, if I'm losing in board state, I can freeze the board, let the library go off. There's just so much stuff. Freezing the board just feels very good. She can shift onto Elsa on turn 6. So if I have nothing to Tremaine, if I don't want a Hydra, I can just Elsa on turn 6, and that's always a win. And she quests for 3.
Yeah, it's good. Man, this was a great build, man. It was so spicy. Some cards that you weren't playing is spicy, and some cards that it's spicy that you weren't playing them, and some cards that you were playing is spicy because you were playing them. Insane build, man. Again, congrats in first place. Shout out to DXN, shout out to the Hidden Cove that is doing these great tournaments. And you did it with this deck, man. You definitely can't wait. Any shout outs that you have on the video? Anybody you want to shout out or anything like that?
I don't know, DXN.
There you go, yeah.
Preston and Dom for setting this up.
That's what's up, yep.
Yeah.
All right, man. Awesome, man. Thank you so much for this video, man.
Cool.
Thank you for the spice.